You know, I just realized it actually wasn't such a big loss getting rid of Valkyrie because we don't even need a strength persona until right before the next full moon. We're not actually seeing Yuko until then, so yeah, that's a very long time. So for now though, it's a Thursday, so it's print club time. Maybe our charm will increase from this. I actually get the feeling it will. Garisu's getting very used to taking the train to Polonium Mall every night. And it is the only place you can really go at night. Also, see these, like, dolls in the, in that display there? Yeah. That... in Asia Bank. Let me check something. Yeah, this is actually needed for something else. This doesn't take time, does it? Oh. Okay, good. That doesn't take time. Anyway, that's going to be important for a side quest that is really, really frustrating that'll open up soon. I don't like that side quest at all. But it's print club time. Let's just say that side quest doesn't just require you to win the crane game when there's a specific prize on offer, it requires you to do that 3 times. No charm increase, oh well. I've heard that crane games in Japan are very different to Western crane games. They're actually kind of skill-based. Crane games here are horribly rigged and are pretty much pure luck. Even if they grab something, they're pretty much programmed to slip. But apparently crane games in Japan can actually be practiced. And I've heard that people, like, do win at them out of actual skill. Whereas in the West, crane games are so luck-based that in some countries, we're tired. That in some countries, people are wondering if they would legally be considered gambling or not. I think they actually are legally counted as gambling in some places. Well, tiredness at least now means free medicine. So I might as well do that. And it's Yukari. So, Yukari, you jealous? There's another lovely lady living... Shut up, Garisu! Oh, and of course, the game gives me the option to say exactly what Garisu's thinking, but let's not say that right to Yukari's face. But, well, the reaction in most people's heads is, doesn't it kind of seem like her voice might get annoying after a while? Oh, you have no idea. Yeah, Yukari seems really bothered about her being forced into joining. We got a morning session today. Okay, I thought we were being called up.
Hey, did you hear?
Thought we were being called up for a question there, but actually no, it's a cutscene.
Ikota's in hot water.
And rightfully so, that guy's a jerk.
Really? What'd he do? I don't know, but it must be serious. Sexual harassment, maybe.
I wouldn't put that past him, but it's not that.
Oh, I can totally see that. Hey, look. It's the ghost girl. Quiet, she could hear you. Fuka, you in here? Moriyama-san? I heard you started living in the dorms. Yeah. You seem so depressed. Let me know if you need someone to talk to. You could probably use a friend, huh? Moriyama-san.
She's forgotten all about saving her life, but she definitely seems to have turned around.
Oh, come on. Just call me Natsuki.
Hey, and she's even going by first name basis. That's actually a pretty big deal in Japan.
Thank you.
But now that I think about it, so, a red-haired bully who unwittingly unleashes some kind of paranormal event, which almost severely injures people and or kills them, and ends up feeling remorse about it, and reforms and genuinely becomes the friend of the people they were bullying. I think Natsuki may have been a horse in a past life. But Bebe certainly seems different to how he usually is. And we actually are coming today, and I'm very glad we are, because once you see why Bebe's like that, definitely a good thing that we're seeing him today. And so, actually, since we're tired, might as well go and check the free medicine. So, I'll be right back after we do that. You know, now that we're down here, it might actually be faster to go to the home economics room. And actually, it's probably about the same amount of time, but still. And we actually got a second powerful drug out of that. I don't think we need more than one. Oh, I actually should point something out as well. So there's a science room all the way up the hall here. And, oh, the laboratory, yeah. The door's locked, but remember the location of the laboratory, because we'll need to for fairly soon. And yeah, we can go here as an alternate way to initiate this link, so good they give you options. And this music means this is going to take a bit of a dramatic turn. And that fan just suddenly teleported into his hand. That was kind of weird looking. No, that's not good. Are you alright is what we need to say here. And another link gets all dramatic and sad. And any of these works. Yeah, so yet another link has gone all sad on us. Not really much I can say. Yeah, losing a relative is always really, really hard. I've been there. Mostly grandparents, but I'm sort of around that age where you start losing grandparents. So that was a fairly short link, but obviously Bear doesn't. He's not really in the mood to talk too much, so that makes sense.
Sup, dude?
Hopefully we can cheer him up in later conversations. So, once again, no Tartarus tonight. Artificial rain generator. Wow. Kind of interesting. Never really thought about one of those. Okay, I'm now picturing them killing cockroaches with personas, and that is amazing. Yeah, Mitsuru's family practically owns the school, so makes sense you have a lot of power there. Even then, though, I'm really glad that guy got what he deserved. Yeah, I really, 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 really hate teachers who don't do anything about bullying. Trust me, I've had teachers like that in primary school. They're just the absolute worst to have. So, yeah, we can't do much in terms of going to Tartarus because they're getting Fuka ready to accompany us, basically. Don't worry, if there are cockroaches, we can just, wonder if an all-out attack would even work on cockroaches. Anyway, though, tonight something is going to happen. But I haven't saved in a while, so I may as well do it quickly now. Don't worry, we will be able to go to Tartarus soon, and we'll definitely have, we'll have indication of when we can. It's pretty clear. For now, though, more charm raising. Though it isn't for a while that we need max charm, having rank 4 charm is going to help for, a certain reason. Also, we can get into Club Escapade now, technically, but I don't want to do what's in there just yet. I want to wait until I definitely know that I have enough time. Once my nightly schedule becomes a lot freer than this, once we've maxed more stats. Because once we've maxed out both our courage and our charm, we have a lot of time before we can max academics, and I feel really bad for turning Bebe down here, but I'm pretty sure that we have to. The sad thing is, I don't think we ever see Bebe on a Sunday this entire run. We only need the Sunday hangouts for certain social links. The ones that are a little more difficult to raise. And let's sleep earlier tonight. Or at least, try to sleep earlier. I think you all know what's coming.
You've prevailed yet again.
Hi, mysterious Creepyboy. I saw you coming this time. Gary Stu didn't give him that exclamation.
But it's funny. It doesn't seem so certain considering the vast potential within you.
I have no idea what you mean by that.
As a matter of fact, your power seems to have changed quite a bit.
Change is important with this guy.
Hey, if you don't mind, can I be your friend?
So, the mysterious Creepyboy who teleports into our room at night when we're sleeping and watches us, and keeps saying about how he's always with us, wants to be our friend. Oh joy.
I'm very curious about you. Is that okay?
We don't have an option to turn this down. So, yeah, whatever.
I see your point. You haven't had much say in the matter.
Yeah, that was what I was saying.
My name is Pharos.
But he's gonna give us our name regardless of what we said. So, we now know a name, Pharos, though I'm still gonna call him Mysterious Creepyboy most of the time, because I like calling
call me
that.
that if you wish.
Yeah, I'm mostly gonna call you Mysterious Creepyboy. Oh no! Oh yes! Yes, this is actually a thing that happens. Yep, this guy is a social link. Be afraid. Be very afraid.
Beyond the beaten path lies...
What just happened? I think I got some kind of interference there. It's probably nothing. Anyway. Death. Truly the most misunderstood tarot arcana of all time. It's a very common cliche to have the protagonist of a story go to a tarot reading and be dealt a bunch of death cards, and take it as an ominous forewarning. This isn't really true at all, because the death arcana in tarot doesn't literally mean death. It actually more symbolizes change. For those wondering, the actual bad tarot cards to get dealt are Devil and Tower. We'll get to those later. This Arcana, in fact, wasn't even originally called Death. It didn't even have a name. It was just a picture of a skeleton on a horse, so people started calling it Death and the name stuck. It symbolizes a great change in your life, a metamorphosis, and the idea of one door closing and another door opening. In fact, this can even be seen in where it falls in the deck. Death is exactly the halfway point of the tarot deck. The cards before it tend to symbolize the personal qualities of people, whereas everything following it tend to symbolize more abstract concepts, so it marks a change in the deck as well. This game, like with most of the Arcana, generally uses the symbolism of it correctly, though it does have a bit of the common misconception of it, especially in what personas that you get out of this Arcana. But as for the link itself, Death is the second plot social link in this game. So this link will automatically rank up over the course of the story, and it's impossible not to have it maxed out by the end of the game. What this means for us in our max social link run is we never need to worry about the schedules or having a matching persona for this Arcana, which means I'll generally be avoiding using Death personas, except for the ultimate one, because that one's kind of significant. So again, don't worry about jumping through hoops to max this link out, it'll do the work for you. In fact, this link usually ranks up twice every event, so it goes faster than most other links, so don't worry if the link skips a few ranks, it's meant to do that. The character symbolizing the Death social link is Feros, a mysterious creepy boy who watches us while we're sleeping and claims to always be with us. Yeah. He does keep warning us about big changes that are about to occur in our lives, so he does fit with the symbolism of the Arcana in that way. Also, in case you haven't realized yet, he is voiced by Yuri Lowenthal. Gameplay-wise, the personas of the Death Arcana tend to follow the misconceived meaning of it. That is, they specialize mostly in instant death. Both light and darker light instant death, but usually dark. They also tend to specialize in inflicting fear status on enemies, and they often learn the skill that combos with that, Ghastly Wail, which inflicts instant death on any enemy suffering from fear, which can be a very powerful skill because that effect is not tied to an element, so even things that are immune to light and dark, well, regular enemies that are immune to light and dark, can get affected. Most bosses are immune to that combo though. Notice how I said most bosses there. Keep that in mind. Mythologically speaking, the personas of this Arcana tend to have some relation to literal death, usually gods of death or related things in their mythologies. But this Arcana has relatively few personas compared to some others. There is a reason for that, and it plays into how you get its ultimate persona. But basically, if you want fear status or instant death, go to this one. And well, Feros is pretty good at inflicting fear status in real life, so I guess that makes a lot of sense. So we've established the social link of the Death Arcana.
It's getting late, so I'll go now. I'm already looking forward to our next meeting.
Well, at least I actually get something out of our meetings this time. So, yeah, Death Arcana, plot-relevant social link. So, you don't need to worry about this one for a max social links run, or any run in fact. You're guaranteed to max it out just by going through the normal storyline of the game. So, completely scripted, and somehow we're no longer tired after that. Yeah, that's kind of funny. So, now that Fuka is our support character, we get an additional benefit out of that. Mitsuru can fight on the front lines now, and in fact that's what she was always meant to do. Now, here's something a little weird. This might seem like a bit of a mean thing to say. I think this must be some kind of reference to what players thought of Mitsuru's AI in battle. I'll talk more about that once we get to it. You'll see. She's a bit out of practice, but at this point she'll probably be higher level than just about everyone we have. Again, I'll talk more about her once we actually get to Tartarus. Unfortunately, Mitsuru is kind of infamous in this game for, yeah, stuff that I'll talk about later, definitely. Not for another 24 days. But you kind of always need to be thinking about the next full moon, because that's when you'll be forced into a plot-relevant boss fight, so always need to make sure you're prepared. But today, we're seeing Chihiro again, our first time seeing her after officially starting dating. Strange that what she says here hasn't really changed that much. She still seems very nervous. But let's see how she acts after we're... Oh, hey, we're at the bookstore. That's cool. First... Yeah, one of the few times we're actually here to buy books. Yeah, I kind of know how that feels. I'd certainly like something being as cheap as 100 yen. And yes, of course, it's from a shoujo manga. Yeah, this doesn't seem to be the kind of store to stock manga. Well, that's actually pretty expensive. That's more than a DS game in Japan, actually. That's... Yeah, is it good, is what you say here. This is another one of those where, looking at the guide out of context, the response seems very, very weird. But in context, it makes sense. Oh, well, I mean, I guess they only look so real because you're in an anime-style world. So obviously the manga characters look like real people. I know how this feels, trust me. It's almost as like the same kind of, Oh yeah, I know how this feels too. Not being able to get something rare that's on the shelf, but you just... have this with rare games sometimes. Just don't want anyone else to get it before I do. I'm actually not really into manga so much, so I don't really know often how many chapters are in one volume, usually. I'd assume a lot, because I've heard that the volumes are, well, they're kind of expensive and seem to contain quite a few chapters. Huh, maybe we're learning a little bit more about her. Oh no, is the jerk back? Huh, unless he actually has a girlfriend, although maybe this is different people entirely. Wait a minute, is Chihiro gonna get ideas? Chihiro's gonna get ideas from that, isn't she? And this one is What Do You Mean? This one, again, is a bit strange out of context. Wanting to hold on to something no matter what the cost. Is she talking about Garry's himself? Seems like it, considering that she's the earliest to go jealous of all the girls. I still like your character, though. I think this is a really interesting social link. Which is why I'm glad we're actually doing a lot of it at this point in the game. And it just says that our relationship's intensified. It doesn't remind us that if you cheat, you will suffer the consequences. Yeah, avoid that temptation. That's some really expensive manga. Though, if she's that much of a fan of it, I can see why she wants it. And remember how I said we get some indication of when Tartarus is open again? We have that requisite phone call from Elizabeth. So, the path that was blocked is now open, and that means a whole new bunch of quests from her. Definitely going to be going into some of those soon, because she has a lot of them at this point, and I'm going to really have to balance the ones that I take.
Hi, how was your day?
Also, from now on, we actually have Fuka as the character who can potentially comment when you get back to the dorm. And also, now it's Fuka who's the one that you tell when you want to go to Tartarus, not Mitsuru. So that's changed. Talking to Mitsuru now just gives you a normal conversation. However, I really like this one. Mr. Kono's punishment. Yeah, that. I love that. There are some things in life you don't want to know about. This is one of them. Yeah, you don't want to know what happened to him. She wasn't supposed to come here until later, but hey, she's on our team now. So, you talk to Fuka, you get the exact same options that you normally do with Mitsuru. So, she basically serves the same role. Thankfully, everyone's okay, because I think I want to go to Tartarus tonight. So, Yukari level 16, unfortunately she missed out on that huge amount of experience in the boss. Mitsuru level 18, and, well, she comes with a very good rapier and already in great condition, because that's how people start out when they first join. And then Junpei is 17, and Akihiko is 18, due to them getting the experience in the boss. So Yukari needs to play catch up a bit. Also, we get to look at Fuka's stats a little bit as well. But that equipment there, it never means anything, and you can never change her equipment. So, she is purely a support character and nothing else. I'll talk more about our two team members once we actually go to Tartarus. And then they started saying she was dead. Yeah, rumors tend to spiral out of control. You know, I just realized something. If the whole rumors become reality thing from Persona 2 was still in effect, would everyone spreading rumors that Fuka had died actually cause her to die? That's a really terrifying thought. That's a really terrifying thought. Oh, another installment of Trisha's Who's Who. Okay. Man in his 30s with sunglasses and long hair that reaches his back. I think I know who they're talking about. I think that's Baofu. At least I have a feeling that's Baofu. Mostly known for being one of the few characters in the series who actually mildly specializes in the Tower Arcana, which is normally considered just a very bad Arcana in general to really have. Talk more about it once we get to the Tower social link, which won't be for a little while, I think. But anyway, tonight is a night that we can finally go to Tartarus, and I think we should do that. So, see you when we go to Tartarus and try out both Mitsuru and Fuka's scanning abilities, which means, oh man, voice acting. Yeah. I think we've got trouble. See you then.